Hi everyone, and welcome to MathSux. This video is going to help you pass Algebra 2 trig. For question number 19, it says, which statement regarding polynomials and their zeros is true? So we have number 1. So let's just solve for each one. So when we have f of x equals x minus x squared minus 1 times x plus 1, and this has zeros of 1 and negative a only. So if you expand this, this will be x plus 1 times x minus 1 with difference of 2 squares and x plus a. So I'll write it over here. So we have, this becomes, using dots, we have x plus 1, x minus 1, and we have x plus a. So that means our zeros are going to be negative 1, 1, and negative a. So it says zeros of 1 and negative a only, so it's missing negative 1. So that's not our answer. For number 2, we need to solve by factor by grouping. So let's write this over here: x cubed minus ax squared plus 16x minus 16a. So we're going to take the GCF of each little group here. So this gives us x minus a and x minus a, which gives us x squared plus 16 and x minus a. And it's saying the zeros of 4 and a only, which is not true because we have a squared here and this needs to be a negative actually. So choice 2 is not the answer. Choice number 3, let's see what happens. X squared, so this they give you, we don't have to factor it. X squared, we need a negative 5 here, and we need a negative a, but it has plus or minus 5, so that's not the answer. We only need one of those 5s. And now for choice 4, so by process of elimination, we know this is going to be the answer, but let's look at why. So we have x cubed minus ax squared minus 9x plus 9a. So let's do factor by grouping again. Let's separate these terms. We have x squared, and we're left with x minus a, and minus 9x minus a again. So this gives us x squared minus 9 times x minus a, and we can expand this x squared minus 9 even more. So this will be x minus 3 times x plus 3 times x minus a. So that gives us the x values of 3, negative 3, and a. And that's why this is plus or minus 3 and a. So this is choice 4. Here's question 20. If a solution of 2 times 2x minus 1 equals 5x squared and is expressed in simplest a plus bi form, the value of b is. So let's just start distributing and see where we end up here. So we have 2 times 2x minus 1 is equal to 5x squared. So we're going to distribute this 2. And we end up with 4x minus 2 equals 5x squared. So we're going to have to solve for this quadratic equation. 5x squared, and now I'm just going to move everything to the other side. So this is going to be minus 4x plus 2 equals 0. So there's different methods of doing this, but let's use the quadratic formula. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So just plugging in what we have here, we have x equals negative b, which is 4, plus or minus the square root, and then we have b squared, which is negative 4 squared, minus 4 times a times c times 5 times 2. So just like a little reference, let's just write down the coefficients. A equals 5, b equals negative 4, and c equals 2. So that's where I'm getting all these numbers from, and just plugging them into the formula for the quadratic formula. 2 times a, which is 5. And now let's just plug this into our calculator. I always like to do what's under the radical first. So we have 16 minus 4 times 5 times 2. So we have 4 plus or minus minus 24 under the radical. So we know we're going to have imaginary numbers all over 10. Okay, yeah, so 24, we can break up 24 and simplify this radical into 4 and 6. So radical 4, radical 6. So this will be equal to 4 plus or minus 2i, because radical 4 is 2, 2i radical 6 all over 10. And now this is going to give us two equations. So this will give us, so let's just simplify everything. So 4 over 10 will simplify to 2/5 plus 2 over 10, which is 1/5. So we're left with I rad 6 over 5, or 2 plus I rad 6 over 5. And then we're left with, on the other side, on the other hand, we're left with 2 minus I over 6 all over 5. So this can really be written as 2 plus I over 6 all over 5. Just to have it all under the same number. When we are looking for the number, so they just want the b. They don't want the whole number. So if you notice, our whole number is 2/5, right? Our whole number is 2/5 a, but we want the value of b. So we want to focus on this section. So that looks like 1/5 radical 6i, right? We are not including the I, we're just including the b. So 1/5 radical 6, or choice 2. And that's our answer. Need more practice? Check out MathSux.org for more questions. Link below. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Happy calculating!